Americans angry and calling for a boycott, while others are ready to spend their bucks at Citgo pumps. Joining me now is syndicated radio host Ben Ferguson and Marc Lamont Hill, a liberal blogger and assistant professor of urban studies at Temple University. Great to see you both today.
Thanks for having us.
All right, guys, should it be a boycott of Citgo oil? What do you think, Marc?
Absolutely, it should be a boycott. You know, I'll be the first to say that Chavez's comments about Bush being an alcoholic were problematic and over the top. But his comments about, him calling Bush a devil is not that different than Bush referring to Iran, Iraq, or North Korea as axes of evil. We're allowed to exert some type of moral judgment against people when we have problems with their foreign and domestic policies. And I think that's what Chavez is doing. And to be perfectly honest, Chavez is out there right now in America giving fuel to people who need it. He's helping the nation's poor in ways that Bush actually hasn't. And
Marc,
the funding from Citgo.
Okay, that's like 9 points. I want to let Ben get it. But they were good points. Ben, what do you think?
Marc, I think the biggest problem is the reason why you have to boycott something like this is this man is a world leader, a dictator, a tyrant. He comes here and gives things to Americans, like you said, cheap heating oil, while he doesn't even take care of his own people. He comes here and he yells from the top of his lungs about what he thinks, but he won't even give his own people the same right. There's a big difference between the President of the United States of America declaring that Iran is a part of the, is a bad country and having someone else come to this country and saying our president's the devil. They're very, very different. Calling out terrorism is exactly what you have to do. Calling out a president saying that he's the devil in the hall of smell of sulfur is not exactly a sound statement.
But Chavez wasn't merely saying that Bush was a devil as some sort of ad hominem attack. He was referring more importantly to his domestic and global policies, the way in which he has had a terrible, vicious effect on the nations and globe's poor people. And by purchasing Citgo gas, we were at least funneling money to the people of Venezuela.
Let me ask you, wait. Ben, what do you think about the actual boycott at this point? Do you think that really punishes Chavez for his comments?
Absolutely, because the Venezuelan government owns Citgo gas stations. They own the gas that comes to every one of those stations. And if you boycott those gas stations, you're boycotting his dictatorship and his leadership. And you're saying, we're not going to stand for it. We're not going to allow a man to come here and to do what he's done and to pawn, use our people that are underprivileged to his advantage, which is exactly what he's done by giving away this cheap oil. And it's going to work. And I think the thing is why would you want to support a dictator and a tyrant who makes money and has become powerful because of this gas?
Right, but the problem is, first, you're not punishing Chavez by doing
sure
this.
You are.
You're punishing the Venezuelan poor.
He's already done that.
Many of whom make $2 a day. Second,
and that's because of him. You're exactly right. He punishes his own people.
And to ignore or dismiss Chavez, and his contributions to America's poor would
contributions? Are you kidding me?
Yes. He's pledged to double the amount of discounted heating oil that he gave to America's poor people. He promised to double the amount of discounted heating oil.
Marc, what do you make of that? I mean, at this point, he has said that his plan is to offer 450,000 Americans discounted oil, significantly discounted oil. We had, our financial analyst is in here, and she says, look, that's really important for people who are on a shoestring budget. This could mean the difference for elderly people, say, in terms of getting through getting through the winter. Isn't that one point that goes into Chavez's favor, regardless of whether or not he used a name like the devil to describe our president?
Without question. And to ask poor Americans to not accept free oil and to defend a president whose policies
Ben, what do you
and
think?
practices
Here's the thing. You look at Hamas. You look at Hamas and you look at Hezbollah. They've done the exact same things with poor people over there. They've said, all right, we're going to build you a school. We're going to give you school books. We're going to give you cheap gas. We're going to take care of these basic necessities. And that's how they win favor with poor communities. This man came over here, doesn't even take care of his own country where the mass majority of the people are living in poverty. No, it's not. You just said they make $2 an hour. I mean, how can you tell me that they only make $2 an hour and then say his own people don't live in poverty? You can't have it both ways, Marc.
I'm not disputing that they live in poverty. What I'm disputing is the fact that
take care of your own people and stop using our people as a political pawn in your war.
Wait. Go ahead. Finish your point, Marc, and then...
What I'm arguing is that Chavez is engaging in policies which are actively attempting to improve the social conditions of his people. Citgo gas is one of those examples.
So here we have it. You can clearly see here. Now, you get two choices. You either get to boycott Citgo, or you get to boycott Citgo, and then you'll get somebody on your side. Either it will be Marc Lamont Hill or Ben Ferguson. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thanks
for having us.
More news ahead on MSNBC. Pakistan's president is refusing to respond to claims the U.S.